Hi, Uyie. This is your English exam. Okay, so let's start with memory work, poetry.
Okay.
Recite your assigned memory work for this quarter.
Okay. Trees by Joyce Kilmer. I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast, a tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray, a tree who may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree.
Okay, very good. Alright. Now, in Age of Fable, okay, describe how Theseus defeats the Minotaur. What strategy does he use? And who helps him?
Okay, so wait, how he defeated him? The Minotaur? Wait, do I have to see the whole story? Okay. So, I forgot the king's name, but he he's he had a son. His name was Theseus, and and he Theseus said, "What are those ships that always come every 7 years
Yeah.
to picks up youth, the youth
Yeah.
people?" And then he said, "They pick up seven youth girls and 7 youth boys, and they say to them, you have to defeat the Minotaur, which is a big creature that's like a big bull, and he's just and he I think he's really big, and he can eat you up." And yeah, if you can, and they say to the 7 girls and boys, can the king, in the where's it called again? But Theseus lives in Athens, I think, and he was really scared of if he becomes of age and picks him up. But then he said, "Wait, I think I can save my people, and I could come too." And then the king of Athens said, "No, it's too dangerous." And then he said, "No, I can be brave. I just want to save them. If I survive, then the ship will put down a white flag, and that will represent that I survive." And then he said, "Okay, you can go." And then he went on board, and when he went to where the Minotaur labyrinth is, he went to the king. I forgot it, but wait, what's his name again?
Who?
The king, another king that made the 7 youth. I mean the 14 youths to go to the labyrinth. I think Mysol.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I remember his name is though. So then he said, "Wait," and then so Theseus said, "I made myself come." And then so then King Mysol said, "Why are you here? You're 15 years of age. It's supposed to be 14 years of age." And then he said, "I just wanted to come and slay the Minotaur myself." So and then the king said, "Okay, if you slay Minotaur, then you'll let everyone come with you to be free. And then, so then he said, deal. So then, well, he said, okay, yes. So then he, so then he, when he was about to get ready for the next day, when he was gonna go up against the Minotaur, Theseus, the daughter of Myso, her name was, it started with an A.
Okay.
A. And so then she said, hey, take this gold string and put the spool on the start, and also make it like stay there and not roll over. So take this, I think, rock to make it like stay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and take it with you. So when you slay the Minotaur, then you can know which way the string is. So then he said, why are you helping me? And then she said, because I just want you guys to be free as well. So then he said, okay. So then when the next day, he got the spool and the rock and then went in very nervous, and everyone went their own ways. So then when he was going and unraveling the string, he saw lots of bones and blood and across the whole labyrinth, and he heard the Minotaur.
Oh.
And then when
What is a Minotaur? Is it like a dinosaur?
No.
What?
Does
it roar? The
Yeah.
Minotaur?
No, I forgot what it looks like, but I remember that it has like it was for some reason like a lion or like a bull, and like it's so many different animals, the body parts.
Okay.
It's even a human as well.
What?
But even
It can talk?
no, but it has kind of like one body part has the shape of it, but also other.
It has an
wild-
elbow?
No.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. Alright. And then?
So then when he heard the Minotaur roaring and trying to eat, he saw the room where the Minotaur was. He was on pile of bones. And then so then he went and then got his dagger and tried slashing it, and even the Minotaur kept slashing it, and it was like really bad. So then even the Minotaur kept slashing it. Theseus, and then he kept slashing it until he won. And then after he won, he remembered what the girl, the daughter of Myso, said, to follow the gold string. So then when he followed the gold string, he followed it and followed it. And then he finally went back home, and he finally went back to where it was. So then the Minotaur was dead. So then he said to King Myso, I destroyed him, I killed him. And he said, okay, you can go now. And then he also became the daughter of Myso's love in his life. And then so when he went home to his father, they actually forgot to put down the white flag. So then he forgot that to put the white flag. And so then when the father saw the ship, he was so sad that Theseus forgot that he couldn't see the white flag come down. So then I think he killed himself because of Theseus dying.
Oh.
And then no one, so he even like traveled somewhere else and like to these mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's his name. I think Aegeus.
Okay.
Aegeus.
Yes.
That I remember because of that.
Okay.
His name is Aegeus.
Yes.
And then so he went to this mountain, and now it's why he no one found him come out of that mountain. So then that's why it's called Mount Aegeus. But it's named after him because no one really found him. But this is not a true story though. That's it.
Alright. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to another book. Little Women. Okay. Who are the March sisters and what are their individual personalities like?
Okay, so the March sisters, I'm gonna say it in age, oldest to youngest. So there's Meg, Joe, Beth, and Amy.
Mhm.
Okay, so Meg, she's the oldest and she's 16 years old, and she's mostly like trying to make herself fit in and also other sisters fit in, and she like really likes parties at like galas and all, and she likes being neat and she wants everyone to like her, like not in a bad way, like be friends with her. So she tries to act like polite and everything. So then Joe, she's not the girly person. She she she's the second oldest. So then she doesn't really want to be like Meg. She wants to be like herself, and she wants to just be what she wants to be. And she actually has a friend. His name is Lori, and he's her next door neighbor. And Beth, she doesn't like school because she's really jealous of other girls, and also other girls sometimes doesn't really like her as
Why?
well. It doesn't say in the book.
What does she look like?
Doesn't really say, but she's 13
Okay.
and Joe is 15.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't say what Amy's age is, but she really likes to dance and also help people and like just explore explore everything, and she's very curious. I think I remember she likes drawing as well, but it didn't mention her age. Yeah. Wait, what is the other question?
What are their personalities like?
Yeah, I said the personality.
Okay. All right. Who is Lori, and how did the March sister meet Lori? What are Lori's good qualities?
Okay, so Lori, he is the next door neighbor of the March family, and his actual name is Theodore Lawrence, but he doesn't want people to call him Dora or like other names, so he just wants to be called Lori. But I'm kind of confused because it's Lori Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to say his full name, it's Theodore Lawrence, but just call him Lori out loud.
Okay.
So how Joe met him? They were in the gala that Meg was in, and Meg wanted Joe to come, and Joe wanted also come too. So then, when she didn't really like the dancing and the fancy stuff, and so then when she was on the curtain, she saw Lori also on the curtain, and then they started talking, and then he was very nice to Joe, and Joe was nice to Lori, and I like that Joe was also being nice to Lori because Lori is always alone all the time, and his grandpa doesn't really have time for Lori, and Lori is also sometimes sick, and he doesn't have a mom or a dad anymore.
Why?
It said that, well, the grandpa of Lori, his name, he's Mr. Lawrence, and that it didn't say his first name, and he doesn't like the mom of Lori because he doesn't he because she was Italian, and also she liked music. She also liked music, and he just doesn't like that woman for some reason. And he doesn't like the fact that Lori always likes music as well. Lori reminds him of the mom of Lori, but whenever he plays music, so he doesn't like music. And what else? What is his good qualities? He's nice, and he also tries to make everyone feel welcome all the time. Yeah, and he makes friends if he wants to. I like that about him.
Narrate the events that take place on Christmas morning. How do the March sisters spend their day? And what does this say about their characters?
Oh, wait, every other day?
No.
The Christmas day?
Yeah.
Okay, so that day they wanted presents, but they didn't want to get because they didn't want to get all the presents, and they didn't want to spend all their money because their mother, Marmy, that's what they call her. She doesn't want to get presents for Christmas that year, but so then instead the March sisters said, how about we get our own presents and we also give one to Marmy because she deserves it. So they try to give her as many presents for like her, and each of them will give her presents, and though some don't even give themselves their own presents, but some give themselves a present and also Marmy one. And so yeah, when Marmy came, they said Merry Christmas, and they gave her all the presents. And Marmy said, here you go, girls. Since you gave me those presents, I will give you two. So then they said, wait, I thought you said there's no presents this year. She said, and then Marmy said, oh, it's okay. We can get her presents this year. So when they were looking out the window, they saw a poor mom, a homeless mom, and her children. So then, and they were like in this like rusty room, and they were just spending their Christmas there, and there was babies crying and children like whining. So then the March family said, how about we also give some of our breakfast? And then Marmy said, if you give your breakfast to them, then I will give you some bread and milk. And then they said, okay. I didn't want, even if there was no bread and milk, I would give it to them anyways. So then they gave their breakfast, and then the homeless mom said, oh, thank you so much. This really means a lot to me. So then they said, no problem. So then they set up like a table for them, and so for a good Christmas that year. So then when they went home, they ate bread and milk, and they ate all they wanted.
Wow. It sounds like a very, very meaningful Christmas. All right. Next is King Arthur. Okay. Tell the story of how Arthur comes to draw the sword
On the board?
from the stone. Oh, you haven't done that yet? Okay. So tell me first about King Arthur. What you've read so far.
Okay, so I read like only four of the pages of King Arthur and his knights. It's the first. It's the first.
Who was King Arthur first?
He is okay. So he was the king of Britain before, and yeah, that's he's the king of Britain before, and there was lots of stories about him because they thought that he was like really great. And this is the first chapter of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table.
Yes.
So then, when King Arthur, one day, when he was in his kingdom, we're not talking about Merlin anymore, so we're talking about King Arthur now.
Okay.
So then, one day his huntsman came to him and then said, there was a big boar in the forest. It was really big. It was as tall as a horse, as black as a bear, and I forgot the last part, but he was really strong. And then King Arthur said, and then the hunter said, and it even leaves tracks, like how an army leaves marks on the walk. And then he said and then the hunter said, he even slayed all of my hounds. So then King Arthur said, if this is true, then I would like to see this big boar myself. And then he said, okay. And then King Arthur got one of his best knights, Sir Gawain, Sir Kay, and Sir Baldwin.
Okay.
So then the huntsman led them to the boar, and then the huntsman said, you don't ever dare go close to him. He will slay you in one slash, and then I promise you. And then he said, okay, we will all make vows. We will go all our separate ways. I vow that I will slay that boar myself, no help, just me and my mount. And the King Arthur said, okay, so now make all of your vows. And then to his knights. So Gawain said, I vow that I will keep watch at Tar Rotherlin. That's a big forest that I will keep watch. There's lots of creatures and dangerous stuff there. I will just keep watch. So then Sir Kay said, I vow to like go around this forest and do a combat with anyone who wants to combat with me. And then Sir Baldwin said, boastfully, and he said, I will not be jealous I will always love my wife, and I will never envy any pretty girl, and I will always be I'll always be loyal. And so first Sir Gawain went to headed to the tarn, Sir Kay to the forest, around the forest, and Sir Baldwin eventually just took a nap. So then, and King Arthur went to slay that boar. So, do I say more?
Yes.
Okay, so King Arthur, he got his dagger and his sword, and then he got his shield, and then tried to go quietly. And then when the boar saw him, he approached King Arthur. But then when King Arthur was about to slash him, the boar went so fast that it like it made him go. It made King Arthur go off his mount and like um even made the horse die. His mount died.
Okay.
So then
Okay.
the boar said. I mean the boar. So then the boar approached him one more time, and then King Arthur tried to get some balance from his mount, his dead mount, and hit in the tree. So then once again, King Arthur went had his shield to shield him, and then that even like broke the shield. Oh yeah, and also when like last time when he was about to slay the boar with his mount, it even when it went through, it even splintered the spear.
Mm.
So yeah, the horse is dead, and King Arthur, it even broke his shield. So then he wanted to slay him one more time, and then he would slay him, even though he had so much wounds and bruises. And then when he did one more time in the neck, he died.
Oh.
The boar died.
Oh.
And then she cut off the boar's head, and then butchered it like a professional.
Mm. Wow.
So then he put his head on a pole, and then and was really tired, and he had the pain that he would feel for his whole entire life. So next, Sir Kay, Sir Kay, he was on his mount, trying to find any any opponent he could combat with. So then he found this looking villainous knight with this girl, and the girl was weeping. And then he said, so he felt bad for the girl and said, "Who are you? And how did you get how did you get her?" And then he said, "I am Sir Menel. I forgot. Wait, how do you say it again? Menel?
Yes.
Menel?" And then he said, "I am Sir Menel, and I won her from a combat in a tournament, and she lost, and now she is rightfully mine." So then he said, "Well, prepare to lose again from me." And then when they tried to combat, Sir Manial,
Mm-hmm.
he said he was the strongest of the two of them. So then Sir Manial won, and that even like struck the Sir Kay off his horse. So then he said, I have lost against you, but would you want to combat with my brother knight, Sir Gay? His name is Sir Gawain. I think he would like to, what's it called again? Like
Rematch?
no, like
What?
it's something. Like I forgot.
Okay.
But like get me back. And then he said, I would love to. So then when they went to the top.
Retake?
I mean no.
Okay.
So then when they headed to the tarn where Sir Gawain was keeping watch, they saw Sir Gawain and then Sir Kay said, Sir Gawain, my brother knight, would you want to win me back? Would you like to win me back? And then he said, gladly, but what do I have to do? And then Sir Kay said, well, can you combat with him? And then he said, gladly. And then, so then he said, and then after he said gladly, Sergei went said, if he is willing. And then Sir Manial said, I would love to. So then when they fought, the Sergei won because he was more he had more skills than Sir Manial and won. So then Sergei rejoiced and said, ha, he won. And then Sir Manial said, would you want to combat with me again to win this girl? I want her fair and square. I'd want to see if I could win again. And then Sergei looked at the girl really sadly, who really didn't even say anything. He said, sure. So then when he won again, Sergei won, and he got the girl. He didn't get the girl yet. And then Sergei said, ha, this is what you get for your boastful talk. And then Sir Manial said, if we were alone, I would make you eat those words. And then Sergei turned to Sir Kay and said, you can't say you are forbidden to say that to a man who fought well and lost. And then he turned to Sir Manioff and said, he turned to Sir Manioff. And then he turned to Sir Manioff and said, can you take her to the king, to King Arthur and his queen, just see what they want to do with her. And then the girl was really looking forward to it. So then Sir Manioff said, okay. So then when they headed to the kingdom, the girl was really looking forward to what's gonna happen. But it didn't say what Sir Manioff and the girl's thoughts were. So that's what I ended with.
Okay. Alright. Wow. It's a very long narration. It's very detailed. Very good. Okay. One last question. What do you think about Arthur? Okay. Tell how the round table was created.
Alright. Okay.
What made this table different? And what do you think about it?
Okay, so I'm confused who made it. Was it either Merlin or a carpenter of King Arthur? I'm confused, but I remember that also Merlin made one and King Arthur's carpenter made one.
Okay.
And what again was the other question?
What do you think about it? How is it different
From
any other normal table?
like this?
Yes.
I saw what the picture of the round table was in the book. It said all the names, and it said in this part it said King Arthur and all his other knights, and also I feel like that's how it's different. This doesn't have any names. It's just a glass table or round table, and then but what do I think about it? I feel like it's important for some reason, but I feel like I'm wondering if it could spin or something, because maybe it could choose someone, spin the wheel, you know? But I don't know, I think it's important.
Okay. Why did they make it round? Why not triangle or square
I
or
think
rectangle?
it's better round because it could just say the names here. I don't know. That's what I think of it.
Okay. So, moving on to Grammarland.
Oh, grammar.
Alright. Tell me who the 9 parts of speech are.
One of?
No. Who you've met so far. And
okay.
tell and describe each one to me.
Okay, so there's Mr. Noun. He is he has lots of words like he has this word, but this is not the table. This table isn't actually his, but the name of the table is his. Like table or bag or slipper or book or phone or timer or clock or date or like a date of something like September 2024 or glasses or any or like is color. No, I don't think colors. Not colors.
Yes, it is.
Colors.
No.
That's
No,
adjectives.
no, yes.
And number. No. Not. No, wait. Yeah, it's just the name of everything.
Name of everything?
The name. Yeah.
What is a noun?
The name of some of a thing, an object, or you like your name or like a date, the name of a date or mostly everything, but not everything.
So tell me the
Yeah.
tell me a noun. Tell me what a noun is. A noun is
A noun is a name of a thing
just a thing.
and a date. Everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Why?
All right.
Like air or molecules. It is.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so pronouns are so Mr. Pronoun he replaces a noun for another noun. Like he or she. That is a pronoun because instead of saying Uyie went to jujitsu. Uyie needs to finish her homeschool first. Uyie needs to finish Uyie's homeschool first. Uyie needs to, because instead of saying Uyie, then you can replace it with a her
Yes.
or she or anything like that.
Yes.
That's a pronoun. So, adjective, he has words that describe a noun or defines what a thing of what a noun is, like a round table, like so, and or the poor woman or rich man, so or beautiful, that's or blue or red or any really color that you could think of. So that's an adjective. That's the things the words I think come so far. But I'm excited for verb.
What about an article?
Oh right, article.
What is an article, or who is article?
Okay, so article only has 3 words. And an.
Okay.
So it like articles. An is only used if it's like a silent H, or apple, like an apple, or an apple, or an herb. That's what it's used for. It says what if it's single, like a single thing, or just there's multiple of that, like an apple. That means that there is more than more apples in the earth, but you're just saying one apple. But if it's the apple, then it's like a special thing,
Okay.
and it has like its own unique name. That's what I feel like it is.
All right. Thank you. Now we move on to Shakespeare. Okay. What is the title of the play that you're reading now?
I'm done with reading it, but it's Comedy of Error. The Comedy of Errors.
Can you tell me briefly about what it's about?
Okay, so the Comedy of Errors is about two pairs of twins that that they have their like one pair they have their own names, but so there's one pair, it's called Antipholus. Their names are Antipholus, and one pair is Dromio. So they had so Dromio, those two Dromios are actually from these two poor parents, and they were in an inn. They were like giving birth in an inn. So then those poor parents gave it to the parents of Antipholus, and the two Antipholuses named Aegeon and Emilia. So then they had two pairs of twins. So then one day they were on a boat. They were on the boat because since the manager of Aegeon died, they went to Syracuse and wanted to see what's happening there. So they gave birth there. So then when they were about to go to Ephesus, their hometown, the boat split, and then there was one Antipholus and one Dromio with Amelia, and one Antipholus and one Dromio with Aegeon. And so then they split, and then the Aegeon went to Ephesus, and Emilio stayed back in Syracuse. So then when they grew up to be 18, Ephesus, no! I'm confused. Wait, it switched up.
Okay.
The mom went to Ephesus and the dad went to Syracuse. So for some reason, they both named them the Dromio and Antipholus. When the dad said it's Dromio of Ephesus and Antipholus of Ephesus, and
yeah, I think I follow you. Antipholus and Dromio. Okay.
It's been switched up again.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
It's switched up again.
Okay, no problem. And then
Okay, so
just briefly lang. You don't have to be so detailed about it. Just tell me briefly what it's about.
it's about confusion about two pairs of twins and wives, and about like sometimes arguing about this and that.
Okay.
That's what I
Alright.
feel.
Okay. So I have from our Shakespeare co-op. This is Act. Wait a bit. What is this? Act 2, Scene 1. Okay.
I read it.
Can you please read out lines from Act 2, Scene 1, where Dromio of Ephesus speaks out these lines. Okay, he's talking to Adriana. Okay, so lines 60.
I can't see.
Wait lang po. lines 60 to 85. Okay? Alright? So you are Dromio of Ephesus.
Wait, who are you? I'm
No,
all of them?
Yeah. Okay?
Okay.
Line 60 to 85. 1, 2, internalize.
65?
60
I do
to
this, I do
85.
this.
Yes. 1,
Okay.
2, ready, go.
Horn mad, thou villain. I mean not cold mad, but he is stark mad. When I desired him to come home to dinner, he asked me for 1,000 marks of gold. "'Tis dinner time," quoth I. "My gold," quoth he. "Your meat doth burn," quoth I. "My gold," quoth he. "Will you come?" quoth I. "My gold," quoth he. "Where is the 1,000 marks I gave thee, villain?" "The pig," quoth I, "is burned." "My gold," quoth he. "My mistress, sir," quoth I. "Hang up thy mistress. I know not thy mistress. Out on thy mistress." Quoth who? Quoth my master. "I know," quoth he, "no house, no wife, no mistress. So that my errand due unto my tongue, I thank him I bear home upon my shoulders. For conclusion, he beat me there. Go back again, thou slave, and fetch him home. Go back again, and me new beaten home. For God's sake, send some other messenger. Back, slave, or I'll beat thy pate across." Wait, do I say? This is 85 now.
Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, wow, amazing. That was an amazing retelling. Or I mean, acting. Amazing. Okay. Alright, thank you so much, Uyie, for your answers. Okay. Thank you.